So then, again, we're not going to worry anything about the quotient. We're just going to deal with the products. Okay, so only the ones that are multiplying. We'll get into dividing tomorrow. So from here, if I have 1 over x minus 1 on A, and then I have x minus 2 over x plus 1, before I even start, I want to check to see what can I not have. Like before I start, what can x not be? Okay, so I have to state my restrictions before I even get started. So if I have x minus 1 and I have x plus 1, what can x not be for this part? X can't be a positive 1. What about for the other one? X can't be a negative 1. So the one thing I want you to make sure you do is before you even start, if you can factor it, and then see, especially the denominator spot, because that's what really matters as far as my restrictions. Once you start with a restriction, you will still end with that same restriction. Okay, so just because something gets like if you look down at C, okay, where it's 1 over x minus 2 times x minus 2 over x plus 1. What are my two values? What can x not be before we even start? X can't be 2. What about here? X can't be negative 1. Now, so as far as my restrictions, those are going to stay with everything from the time I begin to the time that I end. What's going to happen to the x minus 2 and the x minus 2 in this problem? They're going to cancel. Okay. If I have anything that matches 1 for 1, top to bottom, I can get rid of them. So then if I would multiply straight across, if this is just 1 and that is just 1, then I have 1 over x plus 1, and x cannot be equal to positive 2 and negative 1. Now, even though whenever we finish it says, hey, x can't be positive 2. Well, it would be okay in the finished answer, but in the beginning it would give me an error and I couldn't even get started. Okay? So the reason why we always go with the beginning is because things are going to change, things are going to simplify, but because they simplify and because they change doesn't mean that it wasn't affected or it didn't have some sort of restriction before. Oop.